Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my classic USFL franchise with the New Orleans Breakers. It's been a rough start to the season here in Week 8. We are 2-5 after losing last week, breaking our two-game winning streak. This week we played the Tampa Bay Bandits, who are also 2-5. So the good news is we have a very winnable game this week after losing to the Chicago Blitz. And playing a lot of good teams, frankly, in the past few weeks. So, unfortunately, we are dealing with some injuries. More on that later. Let's go ahead and preview the Tampa Bay Bandits. So, the Bandits, again, are led by Sean Osborne at quarterback. He is by far their best player on offense. He just signed a contract extension, but he doesn't have many tools around him on offense. A lot of their best players on defense, as you can see by their offense and defensive ratings. Looking at the depth charts, Manny Days is an adequate running back, but at the wide receiver position, they really don't have any star players. Their offensive line is, I guess, average, solid, but not a lot of talent at the skill positions for the Bandits around Sean Osborne. As I mentioned, a lot of their better players on defense. They have Ruben Peak as their star corner, might be the best player on their team. And they have Peter Mays at middle linebacker, but he's really their only good middle linebacker. Their secondary is solid in that in the back end of the defense, they have Tyrone McKenzie at free safety and Jaleel Aldridge at strong safety. But the Bandits, like us, have been struggling so far this season. They did beat the Philadelphia Stars last week, 35-21, but the Philadelphia Stars are not a good team. Before that, they lost to the lowly Michigan Panthers, who are also 2-5. But they did upset the Milwaukee Rays the week before that. So they've been kind of like us. They've been kind of inconsistent on the year. And so this is a very winnable game for us against a divisional opponent. We are at home. That's the good news. Taking a quick look at our situation. Of course, that injury report not looking good for us, as we'll be without our best wide receiver, Martavis Moore, for this week with a dislocated wrist. And we'll also be without our starting running back, Derek Perryman, who has an upper arm fracture. He'll be out for a week. So, not a good thing when your best receiver and best running back are hurt. But I think we could potentially overcome this. Justin Herbert, we have a decision to make between who to start at quarterback, I think. But I think I'm going to stick with Justin Herbert at least for one more game. He did throw 2 interceptions last week, but he was able to produce some offense. So I think we'll stick with him one more week. All right, with that, let's go into the Madden trainer tool and see how the team practiced during the week, and then we'll go in game. All right, we're in the Madden trainer tool looking at the weekly training results for the New Orleans Breakers. It was not a great week of practice for us, as not a single player got an elite practice result, which is kind of unusual. A few bright spots. Ramon Melvin, one of our good young corners with star development, had an excellent practice, gaining a +2 in tackling ability. So that was good to see. Brendan Henley, one of our young running backs, got a +2 on his ball carrier vision after having a good practice. Unfortunately, Derek Perryman did not participate in workouts and lost a point of speed, which As you can see from the past several weeks, it has not been a good year for Derek Perriman, as he was lethargic in practice and workouts even before he got injured. And so he continues to lose ratings. So I don't know what the future is going to be for Derek Perriman as he continues his downfall. Did have a couple of players have a good week of practice who improved their overall rating. Matthew Wilkinson and Christopher Culver. So that was good to see there. Stephon Westbrook, I think probably our best young defensive player, had an excellent week of practice. Got a +2 to his awareness, which is always good, and a +1 to his block shedding. As he continues to steadily improve. He's only had one bad week, out of the last 12 weeks of training. So that's good to see there. So a lot of players having a good week of practice, but no elites. Damon Hodges, our young linebacker, had a good week of practice. Got +1 on play recognition to 79 and a +1 to pursuit. Deontay Helms, a tight end, had an excellent week. He got a +2 to awareness, +1 in catching, and then he also got a +1 to his potential catching traffic. And that bumps him up to a 67 overall. Rakeem Faulkner had an excellent week of practice, but my concern with him is he practices well, but if you notice his ratings aren't going up that much. That kind of tells me he may be approaching his full potential already, and so he might not have much potential left in the tank for him to develop. Of course, the injuries at the wide receiver position are killing us. Nelson Burrow out for the second consecutive week. Did not participate in workouts or practice. That cost him some speed and awareness. Martavis Moore, after being lethargic last week, he did not participate in workout or practice because of his injury. Lost the point of jumping and deep route running. So that is not good to see either. Just not good overall, as we're not getting those we don't seem to be getting those big jumps. If we look at the overall progress of the players on the team, you can see here not many of the players who developed so far this season got a bump up this past week. Looking across the USFL just to see a comparison, we can see here, there's Quentin Fowler, left tackle, Michigan, still at the top there in terms of improvement across the league at +7. So it's definitely possible for players to make these big jumps. It's just we haven't had much luck with that on the Breakers so far. All right, let's go in game and start preparing for our game. All right, we're in game, and as we can see, we have a scenario that looks pretty good. Tandem breakout offense. Your star player has inspired a teammate. Let's go ahead and do that one. This is Quan George. Man, Sheldon Saunders took our last game over and couldn't be stopped. Are you ready to see me go off like that today? Okay, so this is about Quan George, who's had a great year so far. Yeah, I think we need to challenge Quan George because we have 2 receivers who are out. So, yeah, let's challenge him. Don't ask me, show me. When opponents are watching film on our offense, make them terrified of how they're going to defend you both. I guess it's time to put a show then. You call my number and you won't regret it. I'm ready to have a huge day. All right. I like it. The more guys we have making plays, the more it boosts the confidence of the entire offense and helps everyone contribute. All right, Saunders has earned 2,500 XP for inspiring a teammate. Of course, that doesn't help us. Get Quan George 150 receiving yards against the Bandits. All right. Touchdowns with Quan George will give him bonus rewards if his goal is completed. All right, so that's making me sound like he might get some XP, but unfortunately, that doesn't help us. All right. Now it looks like we need to assign our national scouting position to focus the evaluation efforts on. So we need to figure out what position to assign our national scout to. Sergio Pierce, his expertise is at wide receiver and safety. I think wide receiver is going to be a position of need for us. And that's one of the strengths of the national region. So I'm going to assign him wide receiver. So thanks to the injuries, we only have 5 receivers on our active roster, on our total roster, that can play. So, and we really need help at the slot, I think. So I think we're going to sign Shaquille Mason here to a contract. He's still only 25 years old. And he's a good slot wide receiver, so I'm going to go ahead and sign him. So I'm going to put Shaquille Mason third at the wide receiver depth chart. I want to put him behind Quan George. But I think the key thing here is putting him at the top at the slot wide receiver position here, as he is by far our best slot wide receiver. And we'll put Saunders third here. All right, so we're good there. And to make room, I think we're going to have to cut Brandon Arthur, as he'll save us $3 million with no penalty, as we're going 3 deep at strong safety. So that takes care of that. All right, negotiations. We have an ongoing negotiation with Clifton Stanford. I'm going to attempt one more time to get him to sign. Okay, and he said free agency. So he shut down negotiations. Oh well, that's unfortunate. All right, I think that's all I want to do for now. Let's go ahead and go and play our game against the Bandits. All right, we're ready for kickoff. Bandits will be getting the ball first. And that will not be returned. Sean Osborne, by far the best player on the Bandits offense. Where's number 0? Probably the only quarterback in the league to wear the number 0. First down and 10 for Tampa. And that is complete to number 83. And he's still fighting. Running. He's to the 40. He's to the 33-yard line. As Osborne connects with Eubanks for a 42-yard gain to start the game. Breaker, not good tackling in the Breakers secondary. So a big play to start off the game for Tampa Bay. First down and 10 at the 33-yard line. And Carter for the Breakers, number 43, gets the sack. on Osborne. As Osborne went play action, and the Breakers were blitzing at the right time. Second down and 20 now. Osborne in the shotgun. Day gets the handoff, and he's only going to get a yard. It's going to be third down and 19. Osborne back to throw. Throws it downfield, and a diving catch is made at the 20-yard line. That is number 87, White, and that's going to be a first down for Tampa Bay. Not good coverage there on the Breakers defense, allowing that third down conversion. Osborne hands it off, and that is Bernard this time as he gets about 2 yards. This will be second down and 8. Osborne back to throw. And a tough catch is made there by Barnett. That's a 7-yard gain, 1 yard short of the first down. It's going to be third down and 1. Osborne hands it off to Day. He's going to fight his way for a first down to the 6-yard line. That is a 5-yard gain. It's going to be first and goal for the Bandits. Play action by Osborne. And he throws it out the back of the end zone. This will be second down and goal. Osborne hands it off to his fullback, Morrow. Not much doing. It's going to be third down and goal. Osborne drops back to throw, and he finds a receiver up the middle in the end zone for a touchdown. That is Deion Eubanks. And it is 6-0 Tampa Bay. So the big play to start the drive helped the Bandits get into the end zone on their first possession. And it is good. That's 7-0 Tampa Bay. Osborne back to throw. And that is incomplete. Nice coverage there by Anderson in the Breaker secondary. It's going to be third down and 7. Osborne back to throw. He's going to go throw it deep, and that is almost picked off by Duke Howard. And that's going to bring up fourth down for Tampa Bay. And they're going to bring the punting team onto the field. And that was nearly out of bounds at the 1 yard line, but they called it a touchback. So the Breakers will take over at the 20. Herbert back to throw. He rolls out to his left. And he's going to take a sack for 10 yards as Bauman for the Bandits brings him down. Second down and 20 now. Vernon gets the carry. And he only manages about 2 yards. It's going to be third down and very long for the Breakers now. 18 yards. And the screen is set up to Vernon, who has some room to run. But he's not going to quite get to the first down marker, as he's a yard short after that 17-yard gain. And the Breakers are going to have to punt once again. And that's going to be returned to the 31-yard line. Herbert in the shotgun. He drops back to throw. And that is dropped. Second down and 10. Herbert back to throw. Rolls out to his left. And he just gets the ball off. That's going to be incomplete. It's going to be third down and 10. Herbert back to throw. And wide open over the middle is number 16, or number 86. That is Dowling, the tight end. That's good for 14 yards. Herbert drops back to throw, and that is caught by Byers over the middle. And that is his first catch. That goes for 18 yards to the 22-yard line of Tampa Bay. Herbert hands it off to Vernon, who gets a couple yards. It's going to be second down and 8. And the handoff is number 21. That is Truman. He gets 11 yards and a first down. And it's going to be first down and goal for the Breakers at the 9-yard line. Truman remains in the game at running back. Herbert hands it off to Truman. Once again, he makes a move. And he's down to the 6-yard line. It's going to be second down and goal. Herbert hands it off to Vernon, and he cannot get past the linebacker there. He's down. That's a 1-yard loss. It's going to be third down and goal at the 7-yard line. Herbert back to throw. Throws in the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. That is Rakeem Faulkner, the tight end. And the Breakers put their first 6 points on the board. And we're tied at 7. Osborne hands it off to David. No running room for him. That's going to be no gain. That's going to be third down and 10. Osborne back to throw. And that is broken up. That is Melvin, who was able to break up the reception there to Gibson. And Tampa Bay's going to have to punt once again. Almost blocked by the Breakers. But that was not a good kick. It goes out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And that's where the Breakers will take over. Herbert hands it off to Vernon. And he manages to get 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 5. Herbert back to throw. And that is broken up. That is Aldridge on the coverage. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Herbert back to throw, and that is going to be caught just beyond the sticks there. That is Quan George, who gets his 2nd catch. And that'll keep the chains moving for the Breakers. Herbert hands it off to Truman. And he gets 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Herbert to throw. He's feeling pressure. Now he's going to throw deep. And that is incomplete as he was going for Quan George, who had a step on his man. But it was slightly underthrown. 3rd down and 6. Herbert to throw. Throws it to George over the middle. And they're going to give him the 1st down. And now we have some movement. And that's going to be a false start. Herbert back to throw. Throws it back across his body. But that goes out of bounds. That's going to be 2nd down and 15. Herbert back to throw, dumps it off to Vernon, and he gets only 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 now as we approach the 2-minute warning. Herbert back to throw, and he runs into a sack in the backfield. So the Breakers only have 27 seconds remaining. They do have 2 timeouts. Let's see what they decide to do here. They're in the shotgun here. Herbert back to throw to Vernon. And that gets about 6 yards. Breakers have to use a timeout. Herbert throws it deep over the middle, and that is a flag on the play. Quan George may have been interfered with. Let's see what the call is. It is. They can say defensive pass interference, so that changes things for the Breakers as they now have the ball at the 43-yard line, but only 18 seconds remaining. And they give to Vernon over the middle, and he gets 9 yards. Clock's still running. Breakers might have to use their last timeout. And so the Breakers are going to attempt a field goal here with only 10 seconds remaining. This will be a 50-yard attempt. And it is good as Moody kicks it through, and it is 10-7 Breakers. Play action by Osborne. And he completes it for about 4 yards. That is Eubanks once again with his 6th catch. 3rd down and 3 now for Tampa Bay. Quick throw by Osborne. That is complete for a 1st down. That is Boyle. And so the drive's going to stay alive for Tampa Bay. Osborne in the shotgun. And Day has some running room, but it closes up quickly as Howard makes the tackle for the Breakers. That's good for 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. And the pass by Osborne is complete once again. That is Boyle again with the 1st down catch. Osborne out of the shotgun. He hands it off to Day. And Day gets about 3 yards. Westbrook with the tackle for the Breakers. 2nd down and 7. Osborne hands it off to number 33. He makes a couple guys miss. That is Bernard. And he gets the 1st down. And that'll keep the drive alive for the Bandits. It's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 29. Osborne drops back to throw. And that's caught by Boyle up the middle. It has to be a 1st down at the 17-yard line. Osborne under center. He pitches it to Day to the left side. Day has some running room to the left side. And he gets about 7 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. Osborne to throw. And that is caught at the 6-yard line by Gibson. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 6. Day gets the handoff, and he gets a couple. It's going to be 2nd down and goal as Gigweir for the Bandits appears to be hurt, and he's going to the locker room. And Dave fights his way into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Bandits retake the lead. And it is 14-10 Bandits. So the Bandits take over at their 33-yard line. Quick throw by Osborne. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Carter of the Breakers. What a play there, as it was a quickly thrown ball. That was John Carter with the interception. And that is a big turnover for the Breakers, as their offense has been stalling the last couple of drives. They're going to start off at the 39-yard line of Tampa Bay. Truman with the carry. And he takes it all the way to the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 11 yards. And somebody's down, and that is Truman, the young running back for the Breakers who just carried the ball. He goes to the sidelines. First down and 10 for the Breakers. Vernon in the game now. Vernon gets the carry, and he gets about 5 yards. It's going to be second down and 5. Herbert in the shotgun. He drops back to throw. And that is complete. That is Henley, the running back, with his first catch. That goes for 7 yards. It's going to be first down and 10 to 17. And Henley gets the carry this time, and he goes for 1 yard. It's going to be second down and 9. Herbert back to throw. And he's going to go down for a sack all the way back at the 27-yard line as the clock ends in the third quarter. It is 14-10 Tampa Bay. Herbert back to throw. Throws it in the end zone. It is incomplete, off the mark. He looked like he had a receiver open, but he missed him. And Moody's going to have to come on to attempt a 44-yard field goal. And it is good. And so the Breakers move within 1 point. Osborne drops back to throw. And he dumps it off to number 88. That's good for 5 yards. That's Barnett with his second catch. Osborne to throw once again. And that is broken up nicely there. And it's going to be third down and 5. And Osborne completes it, but it's going to be 2 yards short of the first down. That's Boyle once again with his 7th catch. But that's going to bring a punting situation once again. So the Breakers do their job on defense. Herbert to throw. And a diving catch is made there by Faulkner. And that goes for 14 yards. First down and 10 at the 36-yard line for the Breakers. As Truman, who's back onto the field, who was injured earlier, makes the catch. That goes for 3 yards. Second down and 7. Truman in the backfield with Herbert. Herbert throws it towards the sidelines, and that is caught. I couldn't make out who made the catch there, but it's third down and 2. Play action by Herbert. And that's caught by Faulkner once again. And that's his third catch. Play action by Herbert. And he steps up over the middle. Herbert under center gives it to Truman. Truman fumbles the ball, and I think a Breakers offensive lineman fell on it. That was nearly a disaster for the Breakers. But it's a first down now at the 32-yard line of Tampa Bay. And number 36 for the Breakers, the third string running back, that is Henley. He gets a big run to the 18-yard line. First down at the 18. Truman back in the game. As he gets the handoff, and he's going to lose 2 yards. It's going to be second down and 12. As Gibson gets his first carry, it's going to be third down and 11. Herbert to throw, throws it in the end zone, and he's underthrown slightly. And so the ball is able to be deflected by the defender. And the Breakers are going to have to attempt another field goal. This field goal will give them the lead. This will be a 36-yard field goal. And it is good. Osborne to throw, throws it deep over the middle, and it is caught. That is Boyle, who's made a bunch of clutch catches today. That is his 8th catch. And that is incomplete. It's going to be second down and 10. Osborne in the shotgun. Only a minute 30 remaining. Osborne to throw. And that is almost intercepted. As Melvin stepped in front of the throw. Third down and 10 now for the Bandits. And the Breakers blitz and they get to him. And so the Bandits need to go for it now. It's fourth down and 18. Osborne to throw. He throws it, it is caught. And the Bandits call timeout at the 29-yard line. And so the Bandits appear to just content with attempting a field goal here. Day gets the handoff. And he takes it to the 30-yard line where the Breakers call timeout. Osborne to throw. And that is out of bounds. I think they're going to say. It looked like he caught it, but they're going to say he's out of bounds. And so the Bandits now going to have to attempt a field goal. This will be a 47-yard field goal to take the lead. And it is good. Number 5, Keys for the Bandits, gives them the lead 17-16. But the Breakers do have 1 minute left, but they have no timeouts remaining. as they had to use the timeouts to stop the clock on the last few plays of the Bandits' drive. Herbert in the shotgun, Truman in the backfield. He dumps it off to Truman, who makes a move, but he's down at the 29-yard line. That's going to be a 4-yard gain. Breakers cannot stop the clock. Play action by Herbert. He's rolling out to his right. He throws it deep, and it is caught. That is Saunders with the catch, but the Breakers have to go no huddle here as they have no timeouts remaining. Herbert back to throw. And that is broken up at the 29-yard line. Only 11 seconds remaining. Breakers are going to attempt a field goal here. This will be a 46-yard attempt as the Bandits are going to call timeout. So this is from 46 yards. And Moody kicks it through. And the Breakers are going to take a 19-17 lead with only 7 seconds remaining. This will be returnable. And the Bandits only going to have 4 seconds remaining. Osborne to throw. He floats one. It's complete, I think, at the 45-yard line, but the clock runs out, and the Breakers pull out a victory here in the final seconds. 19-17. Wow, what a win for the Breakers. It wasn't pretty. The Breakers kicked 3 field goals in the fourth quarter, including the last field goal with seconds remaining to win 19-17. The Breakers offense was not spectacular in this game, but they did just enough to pull it out. Taking a look at some of the stats, the Breakers defense had a rough start, especially in the pass defense category. But they did only allow 65 yards rushing for Tampa Bay, which was a big thing. Bandits actually outgained the Breakers in first downs 20-17 and by total yardage. That interception thrown by Osborne turned out to be the difference, as that gave the Breakers the ball in field goal range, and the Breakers were able to get 3 points off of that turnover. It was a very average performance for both quarterbacks. Osborne did get 267 yards passing, but he did have that key interception that we discussed earlier. Justin Herbert had an off day, only completing 50% of his throws, only 191 yards. But he did make that big play at the end of the game to get the Breakers in field goal range to kick the winning field goal. The Breakers' running game did just enough to win the game, as Paul Vernon had 68 yards rushing on only 14 carries. Manny Day, the running back for the Bandits, didn't have the greatest of days, as he only averaged 2.8 yards a carry on 18 attempts. Andy Boyle, the tight end for the Bandits, he's the one that kept a lot of drives alive for the Bandits. He's only a first-year player. He's going to be a good player in the league. And Deion Eubanks made a lot of big catches as well. So it was a big divisional win for the Breakers. That moves us up to 3-5. And the Bandits moved to 2-6 on the year. Let's go ahead and see what the results of our scenario are. I don't think Quan George got what he was looking for, as he only had 3 catches, I believe. I was ready to go heading into this week, but things just didn't go my way once the game started. I need to be better than that. Don't lose any sleep over it. You'll have plenty of opportunities to step up. Use this one as motivation for when that time comes again. All right, so at least it looks like we didn't get any penalties from that. So at least with this victory, we're not at the bottom of the division anymore. As you can see, we're going to be moving ahead of the Bandits in the division. The Pirates continue to win. They're at 5-2. I'm going to end the video here. Thanks once again for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.